My name's Nick Sanders, and 30 plus years ago, I sailed my trad pair of narrowboats from the Black Country to the Black Sea and back. It was the longest such journey ever undertaken, and it hasn't been repeated since. Now, with the help of my sponsor, Squirelocks, I'm on to another journey to highlight the beauty and the plight of Britain's inland waterways. Funding's dwindling and things are breaking, so we need to appreciate what we have, otherwise it'll be lost forever. For the next 3 years, myself and my wife, Dr. Caroline, will film and blog and meet extraordinary people and their lives on their boats, visit places of interest nearby, document everything, and hope the right people see it and become encouraged to act. I hope you enjoy my films.
This is a tale about adventure and old-fashioned daring-do. It's also about a history of long solo expeditions and fast traverses of continents. Consider the timelessness of journeys that may never happen again. For Nick, everything he's ever done has always been linked to his boat. This is Matt Parrott, co-boss of the Northwich Dry Dock Company. What did he think about this new narrowboat adventure?
It's an excellent idea. The canals are in a state at the moment where they need our support. Government funding's slowly decreasing over the next few years, and all the running costs are getting more and more expensive for the Canal and River Trust. So we need to all fight together to try and prove to the government that they're worth saving. Hopefully by doing this tour you'll prove that to the local councillors and mayors and get the local support on side.
This is a campaign to highlight the beauty of the inland waterways of Britain, to acknowledge the infinite value of little havens of history such as this, that once gone will never come back.
So Unsport by Progress is now dry dock here at Northwich. So we're giving her a good pressure wash off using our custom built 4,500 psi pressure washer. On the sides and on the base plate, so we're giving it a good clean off today.
Meanwhile, Matt was diligently blacking the hull of Unspoilt by Progress.
Should be having a survey on Monday by Marine Surveys Limited, Mike Carter, and then next week we'll be into the epoxy paint system. So we'll be using the Jotomastic 90 paint system on the sides and the base plate to give her a good coating to see her good for the next few years.
Bob Heggenbarth is one of the finest boat painters in the business. This is his plan.
It's having a full repaint of the fore cabin and the back cabin and the gunnels. So far I've stripped it to bare metal. It's been in about 2 weeks and it's now in 3 coats of high build epoxy primer. So next stage will be to rub that down, flat that down and apply 3 coats of high build undercoat. And that's when the colours will start to go on. For Caroline's, it'll be 6 to 8 weeks all in.
Mentored by the great Phil Spate, Bob Heggenbarth is a master craftsman. So what did he think about this small cinematic canal campaign right now?
It's ideal. I think it's ideal timing as well to make people more aware of that. I think most people on the canals know that's an issue, but perhaps a lot of folks who use the towpaths and enjoy being around the canals won't realise that they're in quite such a crisis. So yeah, it's good, it's positive, anything we can do.
But this new journey had a very unusual history. In February 1993, Nick Sanders and a small crew of 2 set off to sail a pair of traditional narrowboats from the Black Country in the UK to the Black Sea in Romania. This was the longest journey of its type, and 32 years later, it has never been repeated.
I remember standing on the chain link bridge in Budapest and looking at the Danube sort of passing swiftly beneath me. And I remember wanting to sail to the Black Sea. I didn't know when it was going to happen, and I didn't know how, but all I knew at the time that one day that it would.
Joining this gentle and slow adventure is Nick's wife, Dr. Caroline. Steerer of her own Butty Tewkesbury, famously fabricated by Roger Fuller in his personal Josher style, this particular vessel is patterned on one of Britain's most treasured canal boats, Narrowboat Ilford.
It is really great to be back on the canals after so many years, sort of not really being on it properly, and to experiment with, you know, how you see a journey by canal boat after all my travels. And there's a sweet anticipation right now in just being on the River Weaver, simple as, on the way to the Anderson Lift, which I've only done once before. It's very exciting. That's the key part, I think, of this particular adventure that I'm beginning to start. It really is remarkable when you first see the Anderson Lift. You realise it's not just the lift, it stretches out like a promenade, like an esplanade of Victorian engineering, as if out to sea, but certainly out to port. Oh, it's extraordinary. It's really beautiful.
The Anderton Boat Lift, known affectionately as the Cathedral of the Canals, was built in 1875 to transfer boats between the River Weaver and the Trent and Mersey Canal. The lift then transported its cargo across a height of 50 feet, and after 100 years of use, it was magnificently restored by the Anderton Boat Lift Trust.
So we are very lucky to be here at the Anderton Boat Lift.
The science behind the lift is actually relatively straightforward. 2 huge water tanks, both of watertight sealable doors, and work as counterbalances to transport boats up and down.
I have been a Northwich girl for all of my life, so maybe 21-ish years. The local area is beautiful and historical, and we are very, very, very lucky to be here and to look after this part of the world and this incredible structure that's historically very important.
Now, Malcolm or Fred, what are you called?
I am Malcolm really, but they're just calling me Fred Divner for this weekend. I love every minute of this lift. I come here nearly quite a few times with Rich. I'm here today, I'm here tomorrow. I'm in there on Wednesday. I'm doing a bingo in there for them.
Why is the history so important? What is it that's so meaningful?
Because with the days and technology and things of how things are going, everything is so disposable. And you can Google and you can YouTube to your heart's content, but nothing compares to coming to the area and seeing something like that that's been here for 150 years. It's still going, it's still original. You can see the tool marks, you can smell everything, and to me nothing will beat that.